Hey, it's Rebecca Orme once again, and I thought today we would have some fun with some Tortie Nails. So for this one you'll need a mustardy colour as the base, a dark burgundy, a brown. Also I've got a glass red, a dark red, which is really gorgeous. Obviously your top coat, and I'm going to use a Bond Booster as a blooming gel, as well as one of the Be Creative brushes to make it all happen. So first of all, I'm going to pop that base colour down. Just one coat, and it doesn't have to be too even as well. This is mostly going to get covered. Now while that's curing, I want to show you this gel polish. It is 311 from the Mystic Nails range, and can you see it is kind of glass-like. It is a beautiful colour obviously, but it has got that glass-like finish to it, so that's what I'm going to be using as the next layer. Bond Booster Base Gel is the most amazing blooming gel, so that's what I'm putting down here. Not the very thin layer that I normally would do as a base coat, just a normal gel polish layer. I'm going to use my trusted thumb palette so you can see exactly what I'm doing here, and put a little bit of that gel polish 311 down. Using my orange brush from Be Creative, I'm just going to put some dots down into that base coat, the Bond Booster, and it's going to start to bloom. You can see it already happening. So don't put these dots too close together. You want them to spread as far as possible. You don't want very small tortie design. You want it to spread out a little bit. I am going to give it a little hand on the way through as well. I want it to bloom as far as possible, but I also want to just drag it and guide it where I want it to go, so that there's not too much of that mustard background. We're going to kind of bring it all together just with tiny little sweeps, guiding the product and the colour into the areas that we want it to go, and then let the blooming gel do its thing. Now for this design I don't want circles. The blooming gel obviously is going to bloom that red colour in every direction, so it's automatically going to take on a circle kind of shape, especially with the sparse spacing that we've given this design so far. So I'm going to give it a little hand, just moving the gel colour into where I want it to go, losing that circular shape and gaining more of a tortoise shell kind of shape. As soon as you're happy with how it's bloomed, get it under the lamp to cure, and then come out and put another layer of the Bond Booster down. I'm going to now go in with that dark burgundy shade and do exactly the same thing. I'm going to overlap the glass red gel that I put down. I'm not going to cover it completely, I'm slightly staggering it, but we want that darkness to start building up now. So that glass gel is going to help us to fade out the edges and have that lovely sort of gradient where all of these colours kind of merge but give you that tortie kind of look at the end. So we're building up the layers, we're building up some depth as well, and I'm going to overlap some edges and really drag this through that Bond Booster as a blooming gel to kind of give us that beautiful look that's starting to develop. As you can see, it's spreading. The very best advice I can give you here is don't overwork it. Let the blooming gel do a lot of the work and just guide the colour into place where you want it. So don't completely overtake that glass red from underneath. Overlap it, overlayer it a little bit, and just let that blooming gel take effect. Don't overwork the product. As soon as you're happy with how it's bloomed, get it under the lamp to cure, and then when it comes out, another layer of Bond Booster. So we're really getting some depth here now. We're going to go in with that very dark brown now, so there's no red particularly in this colour, it is a brown. I'm also going to put a little dot of the gel polish 311 next to it, so that I can add a little bit of that glass-like colour in the areas where it needs it, to kind of get that fade and cover a little bit more of that mustard shade in the background. You'll see where I mean as I go along. So I'm darkening the certain areas of each one of those colour spots, just so we get that beautiful fade, and it creates more depth and more interest to the tortoise shell design. Edges of the tip as well are good areas to darken. Wiping off my brush now, I'm going to go in with a little bit of that glass red, and I'm going to just go around the edges and allow that to bloom once again. It might look a little bit harsh when you first put it down, but allow it to bloom and fade and blend. It will do most of that work for you. I just want to get rid of a little bit of that mustard colour and bring a bit more of the torty kind of a colour that we know and love back into the fore. Once again, don't overwork the product. Very small amounts, just where you think you can use that little bit of colour, and let the blooming gel do its job. Move on to the next area and let the blooming gel do the work for you. Pop that under the lamp to cure, and Joker Shine No Cleanse Top Coat is your final stage to seal it all in and give you that glossy finish. You may want to do 2 coats of this, buffing in between if you've got a slightly uneven surface. Because of the colour that we've used in certain spots, certain areas, you might have a little bit of bobbling. And there you have it, perfect Tortie nails using a base coat of the blooming gel.